is a path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. All the news this afternoon. Army declares 8 people wanted over killing of personnel in Delta State. Police parade suspected car snatchers in Port Harcourt. Construction of Phase 2 of Trans-Calabari Road to be flagged off soon. Suspended Senator Ningi demands lifting of suspension. And on the foreign scene, man stabs 9 people in the U.S. state of Illinois. I'm Ifechuku Moyoli with the news. The Defense Headquarters has declared 8 persons wanted over their roles in the recent killing of 17 military officials in Okwama Community, Delta State. The military released the list at a briefing in Abuja this morning. Those declared wanted include 1 Professor Ebu Arthur, Andaowe Dennis Bakriri, Aderu Daniel Omotebo, Akata Malawa David, Ruben Baru, and Igoli Ebi. Yet a board
of members of the Order of Niger, MON. The 13 courageous soldiers who also lost their lives have been awarded the Officers of the Federal Republic Medal. I commiserate with the families of our fallen heroes and the entire armed forces. It is my prayer that God will comfort all who are bereaved as a result of this tragedy.
Also, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tauri Lamaja, assured the family members of the slain soldiers of maximum support. Recall that the soldiers were killed while on a peacekeeping mission to warring Okwama and Okoloba communities in Delta State on 14th March. In another development, the River State Police Command paraded some suspected car snatchers and their witch doctor in Port Harcourt yesterday. The State Commissioner of Police, Olatunji Disu, while parading the suspect at the command headquarters, said the gang had stolen 79 cars, but 17 have been recovered by the police and some returned to their owners. CP Disu also said the witch doctor informs the suspect on when to go for an operation.
Chidozie is the leader of persons who come into River State to steal cars. Not only does he come in here, he trained his men well. At the same time, Kelechi Izogwe is an expert in removing trackers from vehicles. Most of these cars stolen are taken to Anambra, Kano, and some of them find their ways out of the country. The funny thing is that most of these suspects met while they were in correctional center. How do they drive this vehicle out of town? They quickly convert them to commercial vehicles, go to park and pick passengers, and they drive out of town with passengers.
The suspects spoke to newsmen.
I know people that steal cars, but I don't send them. And I have also somewhere else, like my master called Tony, who normally send people to bring car. Then I receive it. Any problem I think I have, I will solve it. Apart from electrical.
It's because of some circumstances. Because of my sick mom, she has an accident, so they took her to India to operate her brain. So that what led me to it. So since then, about 2 years now, I've been in the business. I'm a buyer. When I buy it, I took it to Onitsha to sell. Kelechi and one Mr. Tommy, they are the ones that normally give me cars. They stole the cars. If it's a Camry, tiny light, I buy 250, I buy 300, I sell for 50, 430. My message to anybody, there is no gain in crime.
CP Disu also paraded some suspected armed robbers who specialized in robbing bank customers.
We have a team of robbers who follow you when you go to the bank. The moment you come out of your car, you park your car anywhere, they break into the cars and steal the money you just collected from bank. And if you resist them, they will attack you. Their firearms have been recovered. They are here for you to see. Our advice to the residents is to be wary of where they park their cars, and as much as possible let them try to protect their cars. Put safety devices in your vehicles, which will make it easier for us as police officers to assist in detecting your vehicles immediately they are stolen.
Correspondent Emekwatiko reports that items recovered from the ceiling of his room in Alakahia axis of Choba, River State on Wednesday. A relative of the young boy told our correspondent that the family suspects foul play. He said the boy was about to start his shoemaking business before the incident. He also said police have been invited to investigate the matter. The police have yet to speak on it. Flights were grounded at the Port International Airport At the Port Harcourt International Airport, Omagwa, on Wednesday morning, following a protest by some women from the Ipo community in Equator local government area of Rivers State. The protesting residents barricaded the entrance of the airport, protesting the lack of power supply and other amenities. The protest caused a gridlock stretching from the airport road to adjoining communities. The protesters complained that despite hosting the international airport and enduring noise pollution daily, they are not paid any form of compensation, and there are no good schools in the area.
We are doing peaceful protests. Airport is making use of our lands. They are not giving us work. Our children are graduating. No network, no lights, no better school, no better hospital. We have been talking to them for long. We have got a airport manager. We have talked to him. He gave us 30 days. After 30 days, we called them. They refused to answer us. So we decided on our own to come and do the protest. Then they give us our rights. They need to give us light. They need to give us water. And there is no network. So we are angry. We need those things so that we will be happy. We didn't come here for problem. We come for peace. Our farm Nama don't finish them. What we go carry it? So they're not a pursue Nama. They're not to give us our right. We come today to take our right.
Addressing the protesters, Chairman of the River State Council of Traditional Rulers, Sergeant Awose, promised to meet with the airport management to see to the improvement and development of their community. He further requested the airport manager to set up a team made up of members of the airport management to join him in the community on Friday. Away from that, River State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has restated his administration's determination to protect lives and property of Rivers people. Governor Fubara said this while addressing members of the family support group who were on a solidarity visit to Government House in Port Harcourt. The governor, who was represented by the head of service, George Weke, said the administration will soon flag off the construction of Phase 2 of the Trans-Calabari Road from Port Harcourt through Tombia to other communities and the Elele and Weda Omoku Road. Still to come, suspended Senator Ningi threatens legal action following his suspension. Stay with us.
Own a home at the Greater Taft City, Port Harcourt, a well-planned phase
Ningi has demanded the lifting of his suspension from the Senate, citing unjust treatment. He communicated this request to Senate President Godswill Akpabio through his lawyer Femi Falana. Senator Ningi warned of legal action if the suspension is not revoked within 7 days. Recall that the senator representing Bauchi Central was suspended on 12th March for accusing the National Assembly of padding the 2024 budget amounting to 3.7 trillion naira. Now, he claimed in a media interview that the budget initially approved by the National Assembly was 25 trillion naira, but the executed version of the presidency amounted to 28.7 trillion naira. The federal government has declared Friday 29th March and Monday 1st April as public holidays to mark Good Friday and Easter Monday. The Minister of Interior Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo made this known in a statement. Meanwhile, the Commandant General of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Ahmed Audi, has ordered the deployment of 35,000 personnel across the country to ensure a smooth and secure Easter celebration. In business, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) has denied rumors claiming that it has lowered the pump price of petrol and diesel. In a statement, the NNPCL spokesperson Olufemi Soneye labeled the claims as false and urged Nigerians to disregard them. In entertainment, Nigerian singer Burna Boy has dismissed reports that he shaved his beard. In a post on his Insta story, the singer slammed the blogs who circulated old pictures of him. And now in sports, Spanish prosecutors are seeking a 2.5-year jail term for Luis Rubiales, the former head of Spain's Football Federation. This follows allegations that he kissed female footballer Jenny Hermoso against her will during Spain's World Cup victory last August.
And now we'll bring you news from around the world.
U.S. police say 4 people, including a teenage girl, were killed and at least 5 injured after a man went on a stabbing spree at multiple addresses in the U.S. state of Illinois.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Now that's a wrap on the news this afternoon. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. The Army has declared 8 people wanted over killing of personnel in Delta State. Police have paraded suspected car snatchers and their witch doctor in Port Harcourt. The River State government says the construction of Phase 2 of Trans-Calabari Road will be flagged off soon. Senator Ningi has threatened to sue the Senate if his suspension is not lifted. On the foreign scene, 4 people have been killed and 5 injured after a man went on a stabbing spree in the U.S. state of Illinois. The news was edited by Onyeka Chinwosu. To reach the news team, send an SMS on WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I am Ifechukwu Moyeli. Many thanks for listening.